here and welcome to a player announcement video because Liverpool signed a young centre-back from Southampton and we will take a deep look, a deep dive into what he could bring to Liverpool, and he could become a first-team player even in the League Cup campaign. He could start some games for Liverpool, but of course for now he will play for the Liverpool under-21s and we need players there because Reece Williams has been loaned out, Billy Koumetio has been loaned out. So the last time Liverpool the under-21s played, they didn't have a centre-back on the bench, and this youngster spent 11 years in the Southampton academy. His name is Oludare Olufunwa and his contract ended at Southampton. He got a trial at Liverpool and during the pre-season tour, and Liverpool took advantage of the situation of his contract ending, and he's a really good, really versatile player. He originally played as a right back and then he moved to centre back a few years ago. And of course Jurgen Klopp has been known to develop younger players and give them playing time. Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho, Kyle Gordon has recently been drafted into the first team and got very good appearances, very good minutes. So this guy could follow in their footsteps. So if you guys are excited about this signing, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will keep you guys updated on all the Liverpool latest transfers. And don't worry, Liverpool are still looking to sign a midfielder. I will update you guys on that probably tomorrow when we have a little bit more information. And some of the most crucial players actually in Liverpool's recent history have been signed from Southampton. Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk, and Alexis Chamberlain even started his career at Southampton. But the most prominent players are Mane and Virgil van Dijk. They are both legends of Liverpool's history. Those two players between them have a total of 451 appearances and they have been crucial to Liverpool winning the Premier League and the Champions League recently. So let's hope that this guy Olufunwa will also play a major role in Liverpool winning trophies. He said, excited to be joining this great football club. What a special place. Thank you to everyone for making me feel so welcome. Time to get to work. And his signing was announced on August the 9th, which was so just 2 days ago. And he posted on his Twitter account pictures of him signing an official Liverpool contract, which is really, really exciting. And he also said that he worked with so many amazing staff members at Southampton and players who have helped me grow as a player and the person and given me so many experiences I will never forget. Love to all the fans for giving me so much support on my journey too. And I watched an interview with him recently on Southampton's official website. They have an academy focus series where they highlight an academy player, and I watched an interview with Olufunwa, and he said that he's very family oriented and he has been, playing for his local club where Southampton scouts watched him, and then he went on trial with Southampton, and in the end they decided to sign him, and he's growing and developing he has been growing and developing at Southampton. And Oludare Olufunwa is known as Dare, and his unusual name comes from his father, who is from Nigeria, and he has an English mother. And he said, I remember my dad taking me along to some football schools in my area, and I just carried on playing there, and then he was picked up by Southampton. So I just came down to the training ground to have a look, went on trial for about a week, and then he got signed. And he's primary centre-back. The tall, strong Olufunwa is also comfortable at right back, having adapted to the role while the under-18s at Southampton. And he has previously highlighted Virgil van Dijk and Vincent Kompany as his role models at centre-back. And Southampton under-21s manager Dave Horseman praised Olufunwa's leadership capabilities and abilities on and off the field after the youngster signed a 2-year professional contract in 2020. So the big question, why did Southampton release him? Olufunwa was a regular in Southampton's under-23 side last season. He started 13 matches in the Premier League 2, which is the development league, the under-23 league, and his appearances dried up in the second half of the campaign. Ahead of his 21st birthday in July, the decision was made to not offer him an extension, despite being fondly regarded within the academy setup. He was permitted to search for a new club from the turn of the year, which saw him spend time on trial with Champions Championship side Bristol City in January. So he arrives to play a useful role within the academy, but he also has a chance to feature for the first team if Jurgen Klopp or the academy coaches deem him good enough or a big talent enough. I think we will see him firsthand in the first few months of the season and how he does, and if he's really promising and if he shows big signs of development, then he will be recommended to Jurgen Klopp, and then Jurgen Klopp will draft him into the potentially the League Cup squad at first. And the under 23 side at Liverpool lost a few players. Tom Clayton joined Swindon on a permanent transfer, and also Reece Williams went on loan to Blackpool, Billy Cometio went on loan to Austria Wien. So there was a lack of centre-back options in the under-21 squad. As I said, they didn't have a centre-back on the bench when they played Man City. So Olufunwa will bolster a group that also includes Kwanzaa, who is only 19 years old, Lee Jones, who is 18, Terence Miles, who is 17. So Olufunwa will be a little bit older, a little bit further in his development. At 21, it is unlikely that Olufunwa will be seen as a long-term option for the senior squad at this time, but his signing may be viewed similar to those of Isaac Christie-Davis and Joe Hardy in recent years. He will provide a capable and experienced option within a young under-21 squad with coaches confident in his attitude on and off the pitch, while he could also be called up to flesh out first team training sessions. But there is a chance that he could impress the coaches and Jurgen Klopp, that he could earn a chance under Jurgen Klopp in the future, because Nat Phillips found himself in a similar position when we signed him from Bolton in 2016. Not many people thought Nat Phillips would one day help Liverpool achieve a top 4 finish by starting crucial games. And he's also an insurance policy, because Nat Phillips could be loaned out later on, and this just boosts the options at centre-back for Liverpool. And if a major injury crisis hits the squad, then we can always call on Olufunwa to play for us if it's absolutely necessary. And also great news, Liverpool are planning to reward Harvey Elliott's great development with a new and improved contract. He will have bigger wages after this. He just last season signed a new 5-year contract at Liverpool, but this will just give him a little bit more wages, and he will be more satisfied with his contract. Elliott was part of a few players who signed long-term deals last summer, but Liverpool believe his progress is deserving of fresh terms. The Liverpool Echo is reporting as he continues to see his importance within the squad grow each season, and the former Liverpool youngster started 3 of the first 4 games last season in midfield before a horrendous ankle injury at Leeds United sidelined him until February. But for example, Elliott started the Champions League game against Inter in Italy. He became the youngest ever Liverpool player to kick off a Champions League match at the age of 18 years and 318 days, but Premier League minutes were a little bit scarce for Elliott. He started just 1 more league game, but after a long injury, it's normal that players don't get back to their best for a few months. So Harvey Elliott played already 40 minutes against Fulham. He really changed the game there. He also played 18 minutes against Manchester City as well. And recently he started the Southampton game at the end of last season, where he played 64 minutes. But before the Southampton game, he only played against Norwich and Chelsea, less than 1/2 in March and at the end of February. So Harvey Elliott will get a lot more playing time this season, I'm pretty sure. And I was so happy for Harvey Elliott to score his first goal for Liverpool in the FA Cup. Was absolutely brilliant. He scored against Cardiff on a brilliant turn and a fantastic half volley finish. So let's hope that Harvey Elliott will score a lot of goals in his Liverpool career. And recently, of course, Salah, Jota, Joe Gomez all signed new contracts. So Elliott would become the 4th high-profile contract signing of this summer if he extends his deal. So hopefully that will be announced in the near future as well. Pep Yinders also brilliantly explained why Liverpool decided to sign Luis Diaz last January. He said the team needed him at the time, and it needed that style, stealing balls off centre halves, high pressing them, chasing the goalkeeper, receiving the ball under pressure, and finding a way out to shoot. We needed that extra energy in the final third, both defensively and offensively. And that's what Luis Diaz gave us from day one. That's why I called it water in the desert and why we pushed to sign him. And I think the Luis Diaz will have a fantastic season. And if he stays fit and if he starts a lot of games, he can easily score at least 15 goals in the Premier League. James Milner also recently talked about Darwin Núñez, and he said he will have a big impact at Liverpool for the whole career while he is here at Liverpool. Since he has been here, he has been impressive on the field, he has worked hard, he makes great runs, and he's desperate to put his head on the ball in the box. If you put the ball in there, he will do everything he can to get on the end of it. He's a good finisher with both feet, and he's different to the other boys up there. He's different to the other strikers. We have already got something very exciting attacking players who can cause problems, and he's a great addition, Darwin Núñez. He will be fantastic for us. You want options up there. You want to cause people problems. You want to have options to play different ways, because obviously teams are going to watch us and try to stop us, so it's important we can do everything with the options we have up there. I think we have a fantastic mix. And after Liverpool dropped 2 points against Fulham, and our rivals Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal all won their games. Of course Man United lost to Brighton, but Man United are just an absolute shambles, and we can take delight of that. But the Monday night football game against Crystal Palace is now massively important. Liverpool cannot afford to drop points in that one as well. We can't start off the season without 2 wins in the first 2 games. Yes, then we play Man United, which probably Liverpool will wipe the floor with Man United the way they are playing right now. But the Monday game is hugely important. James Milner said, obviously home games are always very important. The first one, like you say, you try and build that fortress mentality, and winning games are very important at home. It's not going to be easy, we know that. Crystal Palace obviously didn't get the 3 points in their first game either, so for us, we have to hopefully try and get the performance to where we want it and get the 3 points. And as I said, Liverpool can't afford to drop points. Man City play Bournemouth, they will probably wipe the floor with them, get a huge win. So Liverpool can't be 4 points behind Man City already this early in the title race. And James Milner also said that the mentality and the atmosphere in Liverpool and around the squad is obviously starts with the manager, and the atmosphere helps the players who come in during the season or at the beginning of the season to hit the ground running. You have seen it many times. It happened with Virgil van Dijk. He came in January, middle of the season. He scored against Everton on his debut, playing so well straight away. Hopefully Darwin Núñez is the same. I mean, Darwin Núñez already has 2 goals and 1 assist in 2 games for Liverpool, which is absolutely fantastic record. He scored a couple of goals in the last few weeks. Hopefully it continues for him. That's credit to the boys and the people around the club for making people feel comfortable straight away. It is a big change for them, but it's also the work that is done on the training ground. Obviously, getting them to know how we want to play and then feeling comfortable in how we play. So a lot of work goes into that. Hopefully it can continue and Darwin Núñez can keep thriving. And I was surprised to see that actually Wijnaldum was offered to Manchester United, and I'm so happy they didn't sign him, because Wijnaldum is exactly the type of midfielder that Man United need right now. And Wijnaldum was willing to move to Manchester United, but Erik ten Hag didn't want him for some strange reason, and that has been confirmed by Sky Sports reporter Kaveh Solhekol. And he said, I've been told that Man United were offered the chance to sign Gini Wijnaldum. He has won the title and the Champions League with Liverpool, but Erik ten Hag didn't want him, even though the player was willing to move to Manchester United. So that's a little bit strange, but let me know what do you make of it in the comments below. And Wijnaldum also said that for Liverpool, he was almost like the perfect midfielder, and Jurgen Klopp said that he is the perfect midfielder. And of course, Wijnaldum was very happy with that. But for other clubs, his style might not have been that good of a fit. He's probably referring to Paris Saint-Germain. But I'm actually so happy that now he's at Roma, because under Mourinho I think Wijnaldum will thrive and he will start regularly, and he deserves to start regularly because he's an awesome midfielder. At Paris Saint-Germain they just have too many midfielders, so Wijnaldum was a fringe player and he's too good to be sitting on the bench at this stage of his career, in my opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.